didn't think anything of it when my neighbor knocked on my door at 1:30 a.m. asking if I had just come into her apartment because I'd been on my couch the whole night watching random videos. So I laughed and said, "No, I think you've got the wrong guy." But she didn't laugh back. She just stared at me and said, "Then why do I have a video of you unlocking my door?" And that's when my chest tightened because I'd never even been inside her place. So I said, "Show me." And she held up her phone, security footage from her hallway, timestamped 10 minutes earlier. And there I was, same hoodie, same shoes, standing outside her door, calmly unlocking it like I lived there. And I stepped back instinctively and said, "That's not me," even though it obviously was. And she whispered, "He used a key." And I shook my head. "I don't have a key." And she asked, "Then where were you 10 minutes ago?" And I said, "Right here." And I pulled up my own phone to show her the video I'd been watching, still paused exactly where I left it, timestamp matching. And now neither of us was talking because both things couldn't be true. So I said, "Play the rest." And she hesitated but hit play. And the version of me on her screen stepped inside, leaving the door slightly open. And she whispered, "I didn't go in after that." And I asked, "Why not?" And she said, "Because I heard you talking to someone." And I felt that same cold drop in my stomach as I asked, "What did I say?" And she shook her head slowly. "You didn't sound like you." So against every instinct, I said, "We're checking." And we walked to her apartment together, the hallway feeling way too quiet. And her door was exactly like in the video, slightly open, just enough to see darkness inside. And I pushed it wider and said, "Hello?" trying to sound steady, but my voice came out wrong, thinner. And we stepped in, lights off, everything still, nothing obviously out of place. And I said, "See, no one's here." But she grabbed my arm suddenly and pointed toward her bedroom where the door was half closed and whispered, "That's where the voice was coming from."